It's me, again. I am not here with a publisher update. I really wish I was. But it's only been a month, and part of that month was holidays. So we're giving people leeway on whether they're going to make a decision about No Place Like Tomorrow. The update I am here with is that No Cure for Today is at 50,000 words. And for me, it seems like my pattern is books end up being around 110,000 words. And that would put 55,000 at the halfway point. No Cure for Today is at 51,065 words. So, we're almost to the halfway. And I feel like I've got some really good momentum rolling here. So I'm not going to have a long update for you because I want to get back to writing this. But I wanted to do an update as close to 50,000 as I could. And 51 was, where I stopped writing this afternoon. So, to celebrate 51,000 words, I am going to do a small reading from book 3. I'm going to read from chapter 20 of book 3, which I have tentatively titled Intentions. Don't mind Ace barking in the background, dork. I've titled this Intentions. Now, I have to give you guys just a small bit of background because we're in book 3 and some things are going on, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but here's the small amount of background. This snippet is a scene between Hezekiah and the Reaper. The Reaper is my favorite mystery child. The Reaper continuously causes problems for Hezekiah. Always. Hezekiah is getting more and more used to the Reaper's interference. More and more used to the Reaper just showing up, causing chaos, and vanishing. And Hezekiah is getting better and better at pushing back against the Reaper. And the Reaper takes it and pushes further. The Reaper, I know, reads a little bit like bad guy, but believe it or not, the Reaper is one of the good guys. The Reaper is actually driving Hezekiah in the direction that he needs to go in order to achieve the ultimate goal. In order to be successful in what Hezekiah has set out to do, in order to bring about, ultimately, eventually, the end of the society. So the Reaper, though annoying and chaotic and mysterious, is a good guy. This scene takes place back in Hezekiah's realm. Hezekiah left his realm at the end of book 1. All that shenanigans happened. He spends all of book 2 in Trogand, in the country where Eton and Valens and the OPMRB and this whole organization and this whole war is happening. Hezekiah's realm has a border that attaches to Eton's realm, to Trogand, but remember that the Fey realm, much like Elaria, is a pocket realm, so they're not full countries with, borders attached. They exist within the sphere of Trogand, but they're a little pocket of their own, kind of held in magic itself. So Hezekiah has, at this point, gone home. He spent all of book 2 outside of his realm. Caleb joins him outside of his realm in book 2. So there's 2 Fae that are not where they belong. And Hezekiah, at this point, has been drawn back to his realm because he finds out that his father, King Stormfast, is causing all sorts of shenanigans, and his realm is teetering on the edge of essentially a war within itself. So Hezekiah goes home to try to put everything back to rights, but he only intends to stay for a little bit of time. He intends to go home, set things straight, and then come back to Trogand and help Eton and co. With this ultimate war against the society. That is his goal. So he is in his realm when this scene takes place. He is sans Caleb. Caleb has stayed with Eton and co. in Trogand because Hezekiah is coming back, so there's no reason to go home and then come back. I'll just stay here. Hezekiah can go home for a couple of days and then come back and it'll be fine. So Hezekiah is sans Caleb. They've kind of flipped roles, and he's in his realm. So, this is the little snippet that you guys are getting. I am going to skip a couple of lines because it gives away some things that happen in book 2, but it reads just fine around it. Here we go. A good choice. Brash, perhaps, but good. The Reaper's voice startles Hezekiah, causing the prince to spin haphazardly and nearly fall, catching himself on the edge of his bed. The Reaper smirks. Not you coming back here, of course. That was a poor choice. But denying becoming High King via a coup. Are you ever going to stop doing that? A shrug. When it's no longer amusing, perhaps. Why are you here? To remind me that I'm against the clock? Because I'm acutely aware of that fact, thank you very much. Actually, I just thought you'd like an update on the goings-on in Trogians. The Reaper answers. It crosses the room and perches on the foot of Hezekiah's bed, tucking its feet neatly beneath it. Since Eaton has decided to attempt to breach Kinlosian and Colt's event, and Caleb has opted to go with him. Caleb did what? Caleb is currently traveling with Eaton, Valens, and 3 other OPMRB agents on their way to Colt's event in Kinlosian, the Reaper says. It brings a small orb to life in front of it the way it had all those years ago in the Winter Palace, showing the event happening in real time. It's sweet, the way he started to bond with the OPMRB agents, especially AK. Hezekiah peers into the orb. It shows Caleb laying on his stomach in an unfamiliar house. He's on a carpeted floor, and next to him is an agent he can only assume is AK. The man is pressed against Caleb's side, the Fae's wing resting lazily over him. The two are leaned in over a tablet, clearly playing some sort of game, Caleb laughing at something the other said. Fate is funny, the Reaper muses, watching the scene continue to unfold. We can only see so far before paths become unclear, before there are too many options to know how, exactly, each combination would play out. But there is one thing we know for certain. And what's that? Intentions rarely matter in the grand scheme of things. It's only our actions that have an impact. The Reaper is my favorite, because the Reaper is the cryptic imparter of wisdom who shows up, causes chaos, gives really good advice, or makes really cryptic observations about the world where you go, okay, and then the Reaper will just vanish and leave you there to think about everything that's been said. And I cannot wait to write the Reaper's story. I've got it started. I need to map it out a little better. I actually have the ending written. I know how it happens at the very end, what drives that story. So, and then what drives the Reaper ultimately as the Reaper works its way through books 1 through 3 of this actual trilogy. So, anyway, that is the news. That is the update. I'll let you guys know if and when I get an update from the publisher about No Place Like Tomorrow. Like I said, it's been a month, but it's been the holidays, so I'm thinking people have been on vacation, haven't read it yet. We'll see. I'll let you know. It's fine. Either way, this is a world where there is. I promise, I swear, because I've got it right here. There is no place like tomorrow.